Yeah, hello once again. Welcome back. Yeah, today we are having a phone. Yeah, somebody had requested should make a video on how to work on charging issue. Check that charge is charging. That charger is okay, as you can see. Its charging is at 73%. But when you insert in this phone here, it's not going to detect any charge because the plate is not okay. You can see. Is it the battery is not, I think it's here, yeah. The battery is not indicating that the charger is being drawn by the phone. So let us try to see how you can work on such an issue. Yeah, the owner of this phone has tried to change the plate with another one, and the plates are not responding because even after replacing the plate with a new one, the phone is not taking any charge, and so now he thinks that somebody should try to correct the original plate, which was working before. And although right now is not working, I think it's damaged. So we are going to get this back cover. So guys, we have said there before that you need to get a very thin sheet of a paper. Use isopropyl too. We have repeated that so many times. I think by now everybody has gotten. Yeah, the original plate is still not working, and that's why he had gone to change the plate and insert a new one. And he's telling me that other technicians have tried to work on this plate, but it's not taking any power. And I thought we should give it a try and see whether we'll be able to work on this phone and maybe be able to help him. Yeah, he cannot have the phone if the phone cannot charge. So what happens when the charge is off? When the charge is out, you'll be having a dead phone, not be able to make calls, not be able to get into the social media, maybe the WhatsApp, the Instagram, the Facebook. And this is where I come in. This is where we come in as a technician, try to help the customer. So let's take out the charging plate and try to see what's going on there. Customer wants the phone to charge, to go back to charging so that he can be able to use the phone. So here we are. Let's grab the SIM card plate. Yeah, remember to take out the SIM card plate before you dismantle the phone. You may end up damaging the SIM card jackets, which now will become even a bigger issue because now without SIM card now, so the phone is also not going to be very helpful. Yeah, we have it. Let's take these few screws here. Yeah, I've had the same issue before where you have a phone, you try to replace the charging plate, the phone is not going to respond to any other charging plate other than the original one or the one that is currently there. So this is a very common problem with some phones, not all. And now when you have such an issue, sometimes you'll be forced to work on the old plates, but in some cases the plates might be very damaged because maybe somebody was working on that plate and was not able to do a very good job, and the plate got destroyed as you can see in this case here. The same is happening here. I think somebody else was working on this plate here. He was not able to put the charging port the right way. He has broken some track pads, the power line track pads here. Some track pads are missing on this plate. I don't know whether you can see also the charging port is very damaged. Why is my camera not focusing? Don't worry, we are going to check this under the microscope. Yeah, but I don't know whether we are going the plate looks so damaged. Let's go under the microscope and try to see what we can do here. Yeah, I don't like the plates. It's not very good. But you know what? I think there's a way we can work around this. Let me try to show you. The plate is not charging because actually you see, the power lines are not even attached to the motherboard. They have already been, they have detached. You can see there, the port is very loose and very damaged. You see, there's no way this port is going to charge. And the guy who was working on this port, I think he was also ripping off. You can see the flux. Have they ripped off some components here? I'm left wondering. I don't know. But let's work on this plate and see if we can. The customer is just looking forward to the phone charging, nothing much. From what I can see, we have some power line missing. And all we need is a charging line. The rest is the customer is not so much interested with the rest of the lines. We are going to take out this port. So that you can be able to have a clear picture on how let me grab a wick here. So that you can take off that solder, the joints, to loosen the joints. Yeah, the wick is very important as far as desoldering is concerned, because the wick will absorb the solder and you'll be able to, let us take off this solder here. See whether we can grab that solder there. You see, the wick is absorbing the solder. Yeah, we have to clean more so that it can detach from the. I can see we are done with that one. This one is also almost done. Let's try to grab more here. Yeah, I think now we can just apply some. See, they have also broken the plate. You can see the plate is broken there at this corner here. We hope for the best because we would like to help the client. As you can see now, the port is out. Yeah, that's the power of the wick. Also, in some areas where you cannot apply too much heat because there's a plastic connector, or maybe there's something that can get burnt, take advantage of the wick, or something else I call low melt solder. I'll work on that one of these fine days. I'll work with that so that you can also get to see what is a low melt solder. As you can see, guys, the pads are missing because they have been ripped off. And there's a way you can return these pads. I'll try to demonstrate few here, just a few with something like a jumper wire, but I will not concentrate so much on them. Let me try to clean so that you can see for yourself also. I'll try to demonstrate on how maybe you can try to reconnect the track pads with the power line from the port, or to reconstruct the power lines. But it's not usually a very easy process, and that I'm not going to overdo it because the client has not paid for that service. All he wants now is a phone to charge, so we are just going to work with one power track for the charging. We have agreed that with the client. He's okay with it, and he's in a position where if the phone is charging, that's all that's all he needs right now. So now, how do you do that? You come and try to scrap off the cover, the top layer from the trackpad. Try to scrub it off. And let me see whether I can show you how you do that through. So let me ascertain which is the ground, which is the power line. This looks like the power line. Guys, we might be lucky here. I can see at least one power line is okay, and this might be the power line for charging. I thought everything was ripped off. Yeah, this looks like the charging power line, and it's okay. Those are good news to us. At least the job is going to be a bit easier. Yeah, but I still would show you how you extend those power lines to reconstruct them back to normal. They cannot go exactly back to normal the way they were from the manufacturer. Just try to connect the power to make sure there's no disconnect between the power pads, the power track pads. Yeah, so let's put some flux here. Flux is important when you are soldering components. Try to put some solder here and there. Okay, I'm going to to scratch a little bit so that I can remove the top covering from the. Let me first of all clean this area so that we take out the old solder, so that we can have a fresh new one. Yeah, be very careful not to rip further, not to rip off the track pad further. So I'll try to show you how to extend apply some more flux there. Try to put some solder. Good. The solder is okay. I try not to form a joint or a bridge. It's forming a bridge. Oh, the bridge is now bigger than before. So let's try to correct that. I think it doesn't look very bad right now. I think that's fine. Yeah, so we'll come here and try to scratch off that top coating so that we can attach the jumper wires there. I don't know whether the solder is going to. Yeah, one of the track pads there's some naked copper line there, so we can put a little bit of solder, but this one we need to scratch a little bit. Let's try to scratch something here. So let's clean a little bit so that you're able to see, you're able to have a clear view. Do some cleaning. So let's scratch there. Let's scrub to remove the top coatings. Yeah, by scratching, you're trying to expose the copper part of the trackpad so that you can solder some wire there. And you see, solder cannot settle there when there's that upper coat, when that trackpad is coated. So you have to scratch and remove some top coating so that the copper part can be exposed. Try to create some opening there. Let's also try to extend this one a bit. Very important. Yeah, this is the power of the microscope, because sometimes doing this with your bare eyes is very difficult, or you can even scratch some areas which are not needed. And if you're not very careful to be exactly on that power line, you can form a bridge, because when you apply the solder, it's also going to go to the other side that you scratched, and now that will be a short circuit because of the bridge being formed as a result of the copper coating being too close to one another in a naked form. So I think that is okay. Should we come now with some solder and some flux? Try to solder something there. Put some flux. Yeah, come with some hot gun. Put some solder there. See whether the solder is going to, yeah. Yeah, it's not a very easy job, and that's why you don't have to fight for it so much if the customer does not need it. Remember, at the end of the day, you have a lot of job in your shop, or you have other jobs to attend to. I'm just doing this to show you a demonstration on how you can reconstruct those pads in case they are missing. You might be faced by this challenge, who knows when. So when you have the parts, you see the parts we exposed, the copper parts, now they are taking solder. They could not have taken solder if we did not scratch we did not remove the upper coating. But now they are taking, because now we have tried to expose the copper part of the trackpad. So let's try to see whether you can solder some jumpers there. Yeah, there are those you can use as very thin wire as a jumper, or you can buy them. There are those jumpers you can buy from online, from maybe eBay, Amazon. But you can also work with customized jumpers like a very thin wire. Like in this case, I'm going to work with those very thin wires. But don't worry, I'll get some of those jumpers and I'll show you how maybe you can reform the track pads in another video when I'll be having enough time. Right now, I don't have much time here. Just need to sort out the client here, and that's, call it a day. Not call it a day, like go to other jobs. Sorry, I I don't know what we're going to do here. So let me grab a jumper. Put some flats there. Okay, this is our jumper. Yeah, connect one jumper there. Again, guys, this is why you need the microscope, because with your bare eyes, it's not very possible to see what you are doing. These are very tiny details. Let's come with the hot air. Is it firm? I think this one is okay. You can see now it's attached to the motherboard, to the plate. So come with a scalpel and cut that jumper. You see? Now that you have restructured that, you have reconstructed that track pads. Now let's do for the next one. Try to feed some solder onto the jumper first before you place it on the plate. Now come with the hot air. Is it okay? Yeah, good. Also, cut with a scalpel. Now, as you can see, guys, if you come with a pot, with those now jumpers, the pot is going to connect very well because now the track pads were ripped off, but now you have a jumper coming from going for the voltage from right where it was left and bringing it back to the position it's supposed to be, so that when you put on the pot, the power lines will be complete. But in this case, remember guys, I'm just doing this for demonstration. It's not very important right now because the client is in a hurry. I also don't have much time here. So, but as you can see now, those power lines are complete now. Suppose you have a client who wants all the data lines. These data lines are very important because when you plug this phone into a computer, you need to have maybe the phone reading into your computer. When you're having these data lines, when they are absent, that is not going to happen. There are people who don't share through the Bluetooth, or maybe you have a movie you want to load into your phone so that when you go home you watch. Remember, there's that USB cable you connect to the phone and direct it to the laptop. When you don't have all these lines, your phone is not going to read into the computer. So that is the importance of these lines. Now, if you have them like that, now come connect to your, there's something we call the masking and the UV light. That's a video I'm planning to make very soon. You should mask those jumpers with some mask and UV light so that you can be able to solder the port without the jumper lines having to come off. But that is video for another day, guys. For now, I'll grab a charging port and place it here. Yeah, this is the new charging port. You can see. Yeah, I think it's uh, try to I'm trying to compare them and see whether this is the right one, and I can see it's fine. So let's grab one. Let's place it here. Yeah, you see our power. You see our jumpers. They are direct now with the charging port pins. So if you have the UV mask and the UV light, you just hold those jumpers into the position so that when you solder, they will not come off because they are not now exposed to. Because when you come with a hot gun there, they will melt because the solder will melt and now they'll come off. But when you have a UV light and masking, they will be stable, and you will attach them to the charging port, and now the phone is going to read into your computer and have anything you want to transfer. So, but in this case, we are not very interested with them. So, guys, let's just go for our charging light or our charging power line. Try to solder it so that we can give back the phone to the customer. He's offline. He needs to be online very soon. So let us solder this port. Now the jumpers are going to come off right now because they have not applied some UV light. But anyway, you got the concept. Very soon I'll make that video on how you can hold down to those jumpers so that they cannot come out or come off, and still connect them with the charging port. Continue having a let's just move them and concentrate on the charging port itself. Yeah, there was a client here. So I think we have been able to solder the power lines. And let's now try to clean and also solder the the port. Put some more flags here. Yeah, remember flags is very important so that you can have the solder going to its position, to its right place. Without solder, you'll be having bridges all over. So let's try to repeat on those few lines here, especially these ones for the power, before going ahead to solder now the port itself in its place. They are fine to me. I can see a bridge, so everything looks okay. Yeah, let's now secure the port. I was trying to see whether yeah, let's secure the port and try to hurry up so that the client can have back his phone. He needs to make some calls immediately after the phone is okay. So let's secure the port. get some solder here. That's fine. Let's go to the other side. Also secure this side here. Yeah, I think the port is secured. On the behind arms, on the behind handles, I don't think we'll be able to secure anything because the copper part has been ripped off. There's nowhere for solder to hold on to. But when you have these two, the front two, the port is secured, and that's okay. But maybe we can try to have, let me first of all clean this part here. We are going to solder one just to try whether we can secure with one part of with one holder, one arm of the port. See whether we can take some solder, try to attach itself to the plate, so that when the customer will be inserting the charger, it's not going to be very easy for him to rip off the port again. So let's do a little bit of cleaning. Yeah, guys, cleaning is very important because as you apply the new solder on a clean surface, the results are a bit better than when it's dirty. So let's try to do more of securing. Secure that port. I think there's some copper. This copper could help us secure that arm. So let's come with some solder. Yeah, customers are still coming. Yeah, that one is a bit secured now. Yeah, I think it's okay now. Let's do some cleaning. Let's try to be a bit clean here. Yeah. So should we try to move some pin and see whether they are all firm? Yeah, Try to push these pins and see whether there's a pin that is moving. That one can move because it's not soldered to anything. So that part now we are not able to do something on those parts because the copper part have been ripped off. This one is okay. This one are going. So let's check the. Let's check whether the plate is charging. Let's see. Let's see whether you're having a voltage of that plate. Yeah, I hope you're having a voltage. As you have seen, the plate job is not very easy, or these tiny components. Sometimes the customers will come and try to tell you, or maybe they come with the notion that working on a phone should be a bit easier than the laptop, and so they should expect to be charged very less than laptop. Yeah, could be true, but as far as I know, and as far as you have seen here, sometimes working on a single phone, especially this plate, it's taking more time sometimes even than when you're working on a laptop. So you should also charge an amount that is going to be very fair on your side. Yeah, don't just go with what customer is telling you. Sometimes customers will try to show you that the phone job should be charged very, very less than the laptop. But sometimes some jobs are a bit intense than laptop. Now you can see now we were just trying to solder this port. Suppose we were now to put those data lines, the other jumpers we are supposed to, yeah, we have a voltage. Suppose we were trying also to put the jumpers and connect with the port. The job could have been even could have been a bit difficult, more difficult, much difficult than working on a laptop that is a bit direct and is not having very tiny components to solder. So yeah, I've seen a voltage on the plate, and so now let's connect it to the phone and see whether the phone is going to charge. Yeah, the client is going to be happy. He was very stranded and didn't know what to do with this phone, and he needed to make some calls. Yeah, the client is not from around. I think he had traveled from another place to here. So the phone is very vital as to him as per now. And I think he's going to be very happy if the phone is charging. Yeah, the phone is taking power now. Yeah, the phone is charging, guys. So I don't know whether you can see that. I don't know how I'm trying to show you that the phone is taking some power. You see, the battery is now having a charging sign. Or should I first of all hold that port into place? Maybe let me first of all assemble the phone and try to show you when the phone is assembled. Yeah, so sometimes phones are not very direct, as some people would want to put it. But this is also a trick I've realized with the customers. Customers will come up with a story regarding their device, trying to explain what happened to the device, and the customer will try to make the story very simple so that it can be charged less. Yeah, I don't know if you're able to see that. Yes, I'm trying to show you whether you can see that charging. My camera, yeah, you see charging. You see that there? It's charging. remove, put, take it back, it's charging, and so it's okay. I hope you're able to see that. Let's try to see the battery. I'll try to add some light so that you can see the charging sign on the battery notification on the top of the screen there. Yeah, charging. Yeah, so the phone is charging. So as I was saying before, you can see, yeah, the phone is okay. So as I was saying before, you sometimes a customer will come here with the laptop and you try to ask what happened to the laptop. The customer will just tell you, I was working with the laptop and the laptop just went off by itself. But when you disassemble the laptop, there's whole lot of water into the motherboard, and now you start wondering, where did this water come from? Maybe this water was as a result of him traveling from when the laptop switched off to this place. But of course, the client is not talking the truth because that water could not. Okay, we have that probability. Maybe the water just got into the laptop when sometimes the clients will carry some bottles of water in their bags, but some actually bring those laptops in an envelope where you find that the envelope is not even wet, but inside the laptop you find so many drops of water. But you ask the client what happened to the laptop. I was just working with the laptop and the laptop went off by itself. All these languages try to make the job not, they are fearing to be charged more expensive. And maybe by trying to tell you that the laptop just went off by itself, they are trying to show you that it's no much of a big deal. So charge me less. But at the end of the day, the truth will still come out. You will assemble the laptop, you find that there's some water damage, liquid damage, and now that doesn't change anything anyway. At the end of the day, you have your price, that's your price. We always try to be fair to the clients. And I'm talking about some clients, not all clients, so don't get me wrong that everybody is like that. I'm just talking about a minority. There's some minorities who thinks maybe when I tell the technician about a very simple issue that happened onto the laptop, he's going to charge me less. So that's all, guys. There's no much time here. So I'll just have to assemble back the phone and give it to the client. Like, subscribe, share, guys, support our work. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. And that's all, guys, for today. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Keep watching. Clean this and assemble it back. So bye, guys.